Hello guys, welcome to another video of Microsoft Azure. In this video, we are going to set up alerts and monitoring for a resource in Azure. So this is applicable for any of the resources that can be a virtual machine or any Microsoft service, Microsoft Azure service. That can be your function app, logic apps, your any PaaS service or your uh, any other infrastructure. Okay. So you can follow this process to set up your alerts and monitor the application using Azure Monitor. So let's begin the video. We have a virtual machine and we are going to set up an alert, and we'll see all the things in monitoring as well, like what are the things we can enable it and disable it, and how we can set up the alerts. Okay, so here if you come in the monitoring, you can see the insights. Okay, so you can enable the insights if you want. You will get all the data related to your virtual machine in the Azure Monitor Insights. Here in alerts, you can set up the alerts. In metrics, you can directly see all the metrics here. So suppose this is your virtual machine host, and here so many metrics are available. So if you want to see percentage CPU utilization for a virtual machine, once you selected this percentage CPU matrix, you can see the CPU utilization for your virtual machine. You can change this as well, count, min, max, like that. So if you select this average, it will show average CPU count over a period of time. Okay, you can enable diagnostic settings as well. So it will collect all the logs and will share all the logs to log analytics workspace from here as well. If you enable Azure Monitor Linux agent and connectivity with your log analytics workspace, you can fetch the logs from your virtual machines with Kusto query from here. Okay, like you can check the heartbeats, or if you have some application hosted in your virtual machine, you can get the logs for that application inside your virtual machine and the log analytics workspace. So now let's go to alerts and set up an alert. How we can do that? First, to set up it, let me click on create and alert rule. For this, we will have to create alert rule, and we will have to provide the scope, and also scope is already selected since we are creating the alert from this VM directly. If you create an alert by going to Azure Monitor, you will have to select the scope as well. Now let's go to the condition. Here you will have to check add the condition. So if you click on it, the most popular all the conditions you get here, like percentage CPU, data disk, available memory bytes, and all network in total. If you need more signals, you can click on it and you will get all of the conditions which you can include here in the alert rule, like all of this. Okay, so these are the metrics you can use to create your alert and monitor your resource. Now let me select a popular one, suppose percentage CPU. So whenever percentage CPU is something like this, which we specify here, our alert will be triggered. Okay. So here in the threshold, we can specify static or dynamic. Let it be static. And here you can select your condition as well. Here you can change this type. This can be average, maximum, minimum, total, or count. So if you keep this as average here and average CPU utilization is greater than 80, then this alert will fire. Okay. If this condition does not meet, suppose your CPU utilization is 70, then this alert will not be fired, and it went more than 80, something like 81 or 90 or maybe 100, then your CPU, this alert will be fired. And based on the fired alert, you can take action by creating the action group. You can call some REST API URLs, or you can send the post request, or you can send the emails as well by creating email action group. You can even generate the incident your service in your service now, okay, by developing some solution. And if you come down here, when to evaluate, I mean how this alert will be checked. So it will check every 1 minute. If you click on this eye, you can see choose how often the alert rule will check if the condition is met. So it will check every 1 minute for the alerts and for the conditions. If you check this look back period, you can see this is the look back period, or the time period to look back at each time the data is checked. For example, every 1 minute you'll be looking at the past 5 minutes. Okay, so you can change this as well. If you want to add another condition, you can do this. You can add this as well for this alert. Okay, so we just need to add one condition. Okay, and you can see the type, I mean signal type or matrix which you have selected here in the preview as well. You can see the cost here. Now click me and let me click on actions. So actions is nothing but, I mean, is something like what this alert will take as action if this is fired. So for that we have to create an action group, and whenever this alert is fired, that action group will be called, and that will do the thing like what you have defined in there. Okay, so if you have one already, you can select it, or you can create a new action group as well. Okay, so you can select the region or keep it global. Provide the action group name, display name, something like this. Okay, okay, here in notification you can select your notification type, like how to get notified when action group is triggered. Okay, so you can select it, like if you want to email Azure Resource Manager roles, you can do that. You want email, SMS, push, voice message, you can select this as well. Okay, so suppose if you want to get the email when this is triggered, you can add the email. Okay, you can add your phone number, or if you want your SMS, you can do that as well. This is optional. You can add it if you required, or you can ignore it. Okay, here you will have to select the action type, like what action it should take when this alert is fired. Okay, like you can trigger an Azure function app, you can call an Azure logic app, you can trigger webhooks, trigger event hubs, and something like this. Okay, you can even trigger automation runbook. You can even trigger a webhook. So suppose I am triggering some webhook, and this is my some function app URL which I want to generate the incident in ServiceNow. Okay, so I can provide that URL here. So suppose this is my URL, and I will click on OK. This I think will not take. Let it be like this. So whenever this action group is fired or triggered, this will call this URL. as action. So whenever you fire that alert, whenever your alert is fired, basically it will trigger this webhook URL. Okay, you can send emails and those things as well in notifications. And now click on tags and click on review and create. So once action group is created, it will be selected here. See, this is selected, and what is actions we have added. So we are calling one webhook with this URL. Okay. Now in the details, you can add the details like alert rule name and what will be the severity. You can change it based on your requirement like critical, error, warning, informational, or verbose. Let's provide the alert rule name, and you can provide the description as well. If you want to add some custom properties, then you can add custom properties as well, and you can use these custom properties somewhere in your function app, or maybe if you are generating some incidents, to fetch this and use that in uh, generating description, or maybe manipulate this property using logic app. You can select this, like this alert will be enabled or disabled when this is created, and you can select this automatically resolve alerts as well. So whenever alert condition is, I mean, not meeting, then the fired alert will be resolved automatically. Okay, if you have checked this option, then until the previous alert which is fired, that is not resolved, it will not fire a new alert. Okay, so now let me click on next tags and review and create. So this will create an alert rule. Okay, so my alert rule is created. Now let me go to the virtual machine and in the alerts. So you will see all the fired alerts here. If some alert is fired, you will see all of them here. And you can see all the alert rules here if you click on it. So this is my alert, and you can see all the condition, severity, target scope, target resource type, signal type, and what is the status. Okay, you can enable, disable it from here or delete it. If you open this, you can see all the details, what is the scope and what is the condition along with actions. So this action group we have attached it, and we have added one webhook. So whenever this alert is fired, this webhook will be called. Okay, here you can change the configuration as well. You can disable, create, or you can attach different action group. If you want to automate it, you can export the template and you can automate this creating metric alert rule. Okay, so that's it from this video. We'll meet in another video with some different topic, and probably how we can enable log analytics from the virtual machine, or how we can enable set up Azure Monitor Linux agents to monitor our applications using log analytics. We'll create data collection rules, data collection endpoints, and see how we can connect our virtual machines with log analytics. Okay, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.